I'm Brian Watkins, and I farm in northwest Ohio near Kenton with my brother and my nephew. We raise corn and soybeans. We have about 7,000 acres, and it's pretty close to a 50-50 rotation. We have tried strip till actually several times in the past and made it work, but maybe didn't have it all in place, and really were mostly no-tilling. And felt like the no-till was working well for us, but maybe a couple of things we wanted to do. We wanted to get away from having so much fertilizer on the planter, and we felt like there would be a benefit to getting a little bit of tillage done ahead of the planter, just a little bit of something light. And there are, of course, some vertical tillage tools for that. But we found a strip till rig that we thought would do the trick, and so we went to spring strip till, where we moved the fertilizer to the strip till rig and then did a pass with a row cleaner and some coulters ahead of the planter. We really liked it. We felt like that was giving us what we wanted. It made the planting operation smoother, and we felt like we got a better stand, we're able to put plenty of nitrogen on with that system. And so we adopted that, and then here last year, thinking about phosphorus and potassium, decided with our RTK GPS system and some other things in place that we would go to placing that in the fall. And one of the reasons we struggled with strip till was because we felt like in our clay soils and in the late in the fall, we had a lot of moisture. It didn't really work up right, and it didn't really build a strip like we wanted to, and it also had to have a tendency to erode some, that strip would. So what we came up with was some of these new single disc units that are being used for anhydrous, and we decided to use that same kind of thing for dry fertilizer. And so we are actually placing our dry fertilizer with a single disc opener, zero soil disturbance, about 4 inches deep in a band, and then following back in the spring with a strip till unit right over the top of that. So we end up with our fertilizer placed below the surface and in essentially a strip, but at the same time, our fall pass, a few weeks later, you can't even tell where we went. And so it gives us more flexibility. You can't do it in the mud, but you can do it in damper conditions. And one of the big things we wanted to do was to get our placement below the surface. In long-term no-till, we're seeing a lot of phosphorus build up in the surface and a certain amount of runoff from that. And there's issues in Ohio, especially with Lake Erie and a couple of the other lakes, with this soluble phosphorus leaving the farm. And so this was a way to approach that, to get better placement, to get better distribution. It fit into our spring strip till idea in that we would have all the N, P, and K right there where the planter is. So other than the fact that we're not really doing any tillage in the fall, it's pretty much a dual strip till system. We think we get a better stand because of the little bit of tillage there ahead of the planter has a chance to dry out before the planter comes through. We're about 12 hours ahead is our goal with the strip till in the spring. We have better placement of the fertilizer. We're getting more done. We've invested in the fact to get more done, but by taking the fertilizer off the planter keeps moving. We are able to, more precisely place the fertilizer in the fall. We really think we got better distribution. Numbers on it. Today I talked about a 4% yield boost, which in corn is. We had a goal up there of 175 bushels. That's about 7 bushels, and $5, that's $35 an acre. And this whole system, our cost in operating this system, I think, is around 10 or 12 bucks. So that's a pretty good return, and we just feel like it fits really well.